What's going on, people? Fresh Bless here, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about not fear versus faith, but more so of like wisdom versus wealth. You dig what I'm saying? They really coincide, but I want to talk about wisdom versus wealth because a few times in the Bible it state that having wisdom is greater than accumulating wealth. They say in the Bible, don't quote me on this because I'm not, a book scholar or whatnot, but they say in the Bible that a fool will soon be parted from his wealth, you know what I'm saying? But a person with wisdom will be granted tenfold in wealth, you dig what I'm saying? So that's why it's a beautiful thing to be a human being because we got the power of choice. We got the mind state where we can choose which direction we want to go. And I understand that it may be easier to accumulate wealth, doing what and wherever, you know what I'm saying, whenever to get it. That's understandable. And that's why they say fast money don't last long, though, because just as fast as it comes, as fast as it can go, and not all the time is it easy to get wealth when you're doing it the wisdom way. You know what I'm saying? When you actually acquiring the knowledge it takes to keep the accumulation. But not all the time is it slow either. It just depends on your mind state and how rapidly you are able to put the tools to use in your life. But that brings me to this. Just as well as it says on the wealth, in God we trust. Wisdom is nothing but knowledge. Knowledge is power. So once you have the real power, you are able to accumulate that thing over and over again because you have the information not only to obtain it but maintain it. You see what I'm saying? You're able to keep it. You're able to know how to double it. You're able to know what to put it into instead of just spending it as soon as you get it. And that's what a lot of people do who hit the lottery. You know what I'm saying? They get all these in God we trust bills, but they're not putting any faith into God. They're not gaining any wisdom that comes from God. They're not gaining any knowledge that comes from the higher source to be able to maintain that money and to flip it into bigger bills. So it winds up dwelling away. Dwelling in a way. And a lot of people with wealth does this, whether it's in arts, entertainment, whatever. It takes a real strong person to be able to not only acquire the wealth, but to be able to maintain it. So that's why it's so important to go about the wisdom way. Some people, they go about the wealth way, and then they focus up and they learn later, okay, I gotta gain more wisdom so that way I'm able to keep on, having this wealth and it can keep on being granted onto me. But the way that the path that God sent me down is the path of, okay, yeah, you accumulated a little wealth in your childhood. You know what I'm saying? You grew up a lot faster than a lot of people. You leapfrog a whole bunch of stuff. So let me set you back, a couple years mentality wise, so that way you can be able to pick up on the things that you didn't grasp. Pick up on the things that you didn't, that you looked over when you was leapfrogging. Let me bring that wisdom into your mindset so that way when the real accumulation comes, you will be able to say, okay, I went through those trials and tribulations. I made those sacrifices. I seen those experiences, whether it was my own or it was from someone else, preferably someone else's experiences. I learned from that. So now I'm able to know what to do with the accumulation that God blesses me with. From having the faith, from having the real wisdom and the knowledge, that come with those in God we trust dollars. A lot of people say money is the root of all evil. I believe that lack of money is the root of all evil. That's just one part of it. The lack of money is the root of all evil because it makes the next person who's close to you without the money, look at you in a certain light, rather than obtaining the wisdom, obtaining the information to be able to accumulate it themselves. They rather just take it from you, not realizing, because they don't have any wisdom. Ignorance is bliss. So they blissful once they take the accumulation from you, but not realizing that that bag is going to dwell away due to karma, due to not having the right information, what to put it into, what to do with the money, So they just living off a temporary high. But me, my mind state is longevity. It's always longevity. You know what I'm saying? What can I do for the kids that's, coming up after me, my nieces, my nephews, they generations after that. When I have kids, you know what I'm saying, and they kids and things like that. That's where my mind state is at. So I continue to, tap in with source to get the real information, the real wealth, so that way it can form in the physical form. You know what I'm saying? It can form in a 3D reality. So first you have to get the real wisdom, which is real spiritual currency. Once you obtain that spiritual currency on a daily basis and you get that soul food, the food for your soul, then you'll be able to, once you actually start accumulating wealth, you'll be able to maintain that wealth and double it and triple it and, make sure that it keeps on growing and growing and growing. And then now you have the information to give to the young, so that way they can continuously keep the legacy going. But that's where we fuck up a lot of times, or we mess up a lot of times, because we get the wealth and we so excited, we so anxious, we just go and spend it. We spend it on our kids and everything, but we never really developing in them the real things that's going to help them continuing the legacy going and obtaining the wealth. You know what I'm saying? Perfect example, not to throw anyone on the bus, but Floyd Mayweather's daughter. I understand Floyd Mayweather, he gained a lot of wisdom to this day, you know what I'm saying? And I believe he's the perfect example of once he accumulated the wealth, he started, diving deeper into the wisdom side of life, because he understand in order for me to keep this wealth, secure while I'm here on this earth, I'm gonna have to gain some wisdom. But the bad part is that he wasn't instilling the right, motives into his daughter as a young, as a child. So therefore, she's locked up and she's doing a bid and she's not able to continue to keep the legacy going, unless she's in there and she gaining some wisdom and she's doing what it takes in order, so once she's out of jail, she'll be able to keep the legacy going. But now it's all on her. It's up to her to, because she's an adult now, so it's up to her to figure things out and know what to do from right from wrong. But if these things was being installed in her since a young, since a child, then she would already have the mentality of, I can't get locked up. I have to, acquire different things and put my father's business in the right places, so that way once he's gone and once I'm older, my kids and their kids, and people after that, they will be able to continue to have this wisdom and continue to, make these billions flow on, and yeah, man, it's just that real. That's why wealth it's definitely vital in this world that we live in. I will never downplay wealth and say it's not something that's needed, because that's what we monetized. You know what I'm saying? We monetized it in this world. But as you can see, even with so many people gaining the wisdom on how to obtain and maintain these green dollars with dead hypocrites on it, or blue dollars with "In God We Trust" on it, when so many people who were meant to slave for it are gaining the wisdom to obtain it faster, they're printing it out more and they're printing it out more, and now it's just a note. Now it's basically just an IOU type of note, because they're creating another currency, that's going to be the real currency. So it's all, it all plays out the same. Nothing under the sun is new. As above, so below. But deeper than that, as once was, is now. That's why older folks say, you ain't never been through nothing I ain't been through, or, there ain't nothing you ain't seen and that did that I ain't did, because it's true. Just like when they, value gold. They took gold out of the mix. They put the gold aside, stashed the gold, which is real value, real currency that comes from Mother Earth, nature, that comes from the soil, and things like that. They took that and they stashed that away. And they made us believe that, these trees that they burn down and they create out of paper and things like that was valuable. So once, it's like the 100 monkey effect. Once 100 monkeys believe in something, now every monkey across the world is doing it, subconsciously, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, they start doing it because everyone else is doing it. And that's what we did with the money. We took it and we said, okay, yeah, we understand gold is still valuable, but this is the thing, this is the currency that they presenting to us to be the most valuable now. So now that times has changed and money is becoming like the green dollars, the blue dollars is becoming less valuable. Now they're moving us on to NFTs and cryptocurrency and this virtual reality world. You know what I'm saying? Something that's less valuable, something that's less obtainable. I'm not gonna say it's less obtainable, but it's not tangible. You know, it's nothing that you can touch. It's just numbers that you can see. So they're moving us on to something that's less of reality. I would say less of. It's not physical at all. You know, they want us to believe that numbers, something that's on the screen that you can't even touch, is what's valuable. And you can gain $1 billion in that form, but once they shut down that system, whatever those numbers are running off of and things like that, now you just looking at and you a bum on the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it's that easy for it to happen. So it's basically dividing and conquer and gaining more control over time. And this is what these people are so good at doing. And I won't knock them, because at some point you have to understand that power is needed. You know what I'm saying? So whoever don't have the real power are going to be the people enslaved to the people who do have the power, who do have the knowledge and the information to keep things changing and keep things flowing and going. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily blame them. I blame the people who are not creating things for themselves and deeming it as valuable and, running their own systems and things like that. You know, it takes a mass of people to come together and figure this thing out. Just one person can't do it. I'm not saying 100 billion people have to do it, but a nice amount of people, like I said, the 100 monkey effect. If 100 of us come together, not saying we monkeys, but if 100 of us was to come together, you know what I'm saying, and figure out something that's greater than the currency that they present to us nowadays and deem it as valuable, the world would pick up onto that. You know what I'm saying? And now these people who have, figured this out are the people who are deemed as valuable, who are deemed as the people who have the real wealth, the real wisdom, and the real knowledge. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, that's why it's so valuable to gain wisdom before you gain wealth. And if you gain the wealth at the current moment, you need to double down 10 times harder on gaining wisdom, you know what I'm saying, from the Most High, so that way you can know what to do with the wealth, know how to share it, know how to spread it around, so that way it keeps on coming back into your life. You dig what I'm saying? But this your man's Fresh Bless. I'm gonna get at y'all in the next video. Peace.